um, I don't know. If you click on the thumbnail, like, uh, this is like a alternate universe. Probably fan fiction's a better way to like say it, but like, if you're just watching this video, you're just gonna have to listen to my voice. I'll leave a link in the description to whoever like is like watching. Like, you might as well just read that instead. Like, I'll probably just read this and just make fun of myself, probably. Yeah, this is Arthur versus four archangels. So like, I don't know if I consider like fan fiction because like, I consider shit. What's it called? I think what I started on was actually Rudisil versus Cesar, so that's more like fan fiction than anything because that actually never happened. But this is like a fight that's like it could still happen, but like chances are fucking low. So who cares? Um, yeah, dude, I don't fucking know, dude. What does it even mean? Like, even I'm confused by what I wrote. Oh my, this is like how long was this ago? This was like 7 months ago. Holy shit, this was back in March. This is back in March. How long was this? If this is back in March, that's when like, oh my, that's a long time ago. But you can't believe it. I mean, who fucking cares? Usually that happens. I mean, the scene starts with him walking with an info book on her hand. This is, I think this is like, I don't, dude, how to explain this way. So like, this is like how like, some people like, it's like a history book, right? Like, the way that I like did it was like, it's like she's kind of like a nerd or like a dork, just wanted to learn like people from the past, and like that's like what the info book is. It's kind of like a history book, but like the history book is filled with like people that are like people that are like warriors in the past, and in this case it's pretty obvious that's like it's pretty obvious that it's about like the past warriors and like previous wars and stuff, and like fingers just out. Today, King Meta said that the legendary four angels are going to be at the boar hat. Um, I'm not even saying exclamation. Way too fucking dead. Um, King Midas gave me this book, so I previously spent more time studying them so I can impress them. The fact that Maya looks like the Midas want to picture makes me want to meet him. Okay, it's pretty obvious. So this is pretty obvious. It's kind of like supposed to be like the part that like talks about how like she thinks Midas looks like the Wanna poster, and Wanna poster clearly looks like Mayo or Esterosa or whatever. And opens the door and gets shocked. Mao's at the poker table and he's crying. The fuck? Percival is playing whack-a-mole with Tarmio. Sario's taking poison from Nasty and drinking. Rudicio is playing a drinking game with Donnie. I mean, there's like most of these don't really make sense in general, but like the fact that Mao's crying is because he was also crying when he was drinking. That's kind of why. And like he's losing money, so I guess that's why he's crying. Whack-a-mole, like you have to hit like multiple things, right? And like Tarmio has free head, so that's kind of why. Sario's taking poison. I mean, that's just kind of reference to him drinking, and he was thinking like the alcohol's poison. We're just still saying a drink. Okay, this is actually out of character, but it kind of make more sense in my vision. Um, and in her mind, she uses her and looks at the info book and look at the four archangels in shock. I mean, this is kind of like because in like the history books, I probably never said this, maybe probably never will, but like the four archangels are like praised in general, right? I mean, even if you think that they kind of suck as a fighter, I mean, like they're still like the most like like prestigious like four people after the Supreme Being. You can say like Elizabeth, that like they're all like even if you put her above all of them, they're still like 3 for 6. So like they have like a lot of like names and stuff. It's kind of like meeting like a I guess like a celebrity in this case, or like someone you really like kind of like, oh, these guys are pretty fucking cool, and they're just like really weird. Oh, that's why she's in Stark. She uses a magic tech Rudisil. And I remember, wow, Rudisil, the leader of the Four Archangels, losing on purpose so he can drink more. So it's fucking real. Hey, old man, you suck at this. I'm not even trying. Don't be so cocky. I am the. Come on! Hey, Donnie, I'll play against you. Wow, Leslar, you're a nice guy helping an old man like that, but let me tell you, even if your mind reading cannot. Hey, you cannot use mind reading in a drinking game. Like, I need to do that against you. Um, I don't. Still, this shit doesn't make sense. Okay, this makes more sense. So, what's up, do something? Hey, kid, how do you find this sword on your back? And then like doesn't say shit. Hey, when a superior answer asks you a question, answer it. Um, this should be like a fuck. I don't remember this part. This is 7 months ago. Holy shit. I don't even remember if I made this 7 minutes ago. But like the point is like supposed to be like this is actually really similar to Rudiso questioning Escanor. I was trying to make this like a similar scene. I think Escanor and Lancelot are kind of similar character. They kind of have the same vibe, but clearly really different people and characters in general. They just kind of have like they're just like really fucking strong. That's the point of trying to make it. And he grabs a tree branch from the front and dashes at Lancelot, and he blocks it from the Nashi sword. I mean, it's like it's not really a power feat, whatever. But like since like we're supposed to be really fucking fast, like if you're fast, you kind of make like you make kind of your attack kind of quote unquote stronger. That makes sense, but that's it. Fast. I had never expected the speed of ferocity from a tree branch. Hmm. Surprised to see the sword again. Oh, you suck at training students because I beat him up. Because I beat him so bad that he gave this sword so I would spare his life. Too bad the sword is it's kind of dull. So you can read minds, and you're quite a cocky kid. Reminds me of someone. And yeah, this is like a Escanor flashback. He must be strong, right? Well, he was an interesting man to say the least. He was weak and also very strong, but a man with a very strong heart. So that's why you're drinking so much right now. Damn kid, who said you can read my mind? This is like this is actually a reference to like the Hendrickson part. Like Hendrickson kind of says like you're actually not as like quote unquote as like prestigious, mighty, or like as high as he once thought him to. And like this part's kind of like we're just so kind of not acting as like the kind of like the maybe not God, right? But like he was I the way I see him is that he was always kind of like a divine figure, but like he clearly has flaws. He just looks like he's perfect, but clearly he's not. Obviously, first of all, as a person, he's kind of a douchebag. Second of all, he obviously has a lot of flaws in general, even when he tries to do the thing he wants to do. Well, come back here so I can kick your butt as well. You got a weird way to encourage allies, but I'll tell you something. Talk to your parents sometimes. Um, okay, this is kind of a this I think this was maybe made before, maybe. I'm not sure. Either way, it doesn't matter. Because like there's like a part that like Lancelot goes back to his parents and he locks up in his own room. It's either before that or after that, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. He just doesn't really talk to them, so like kind of say that. Can I read minds? No. Let's just say that I live a bit longer than you. Uncle Mira said talked about you before. You participated in the Holy War 3,000 years ago? And then it's kind of a yes. Kind of walks around. Professor Game of Die. Elizabeth, something seems off today. Is it because no one's eating your food? No, but they seem happy, a bit too happy. You're right. How about I try this? Wow, you seem sad with hunger. How about we try some cooking on my angel of the thing. Okay, I don't remember why I added this word. This word's kind of weird, honestly. I don't know. Angel of Death and he fucking dies. I mean, I think this is trying to like I think she was just like fucking trolling him. I don't know why I insert that part. Makes no sense actually. It didn't make sense before, it made even less sense now. Queen Elizabeth came out as May asked what happened. Elizabeth just fed Mouse on my food. And then Bao fucking turns screwy. Looks scared. Okay. Maybe that's why I added it. And if you're curious, you can use your magic to look at the four archangels. I had a bad omen about this. There's no darkness surrounding them. So all of them are filled with pure thoughts, even Rudo, so even he can change? Well, let's just say he's now the person he was back then. You may not. Oh, okay. You may not know him. That's a typo. You might know him as a cold-blooded man, but he was one hopeful person that believed he was fighting for good. But the death of his best friend and fellow clansmate made him into a sinister man. When he learned that Mile died, he was even hiding in his own room, crying silently. Wow, even he has weak points. I've never seen him scramble. He always seems so sure about himself. If you want to listen to this version of the story, you can ask him. Are you kidding me? You tried to kill him, your husband, in the past. Didn't you and Zelda try to kill each other a few times? Alright, you win. I'll talk to them. So like, it's kind of like a bit poking fun at the characters because like, Rudisil did try to kill Monos back in like the war. He was trying to kill him with Zarya and Tarmio, and then like obviously didn't. None of them died. And then like others would put it back up that like Zeldris and Monos were pretty much killing each other a few times. I mean, alright, this leads to the flashback to this part. Alright, here, take a seat. I prepared you a meal and some drinks. I'm aware that you don't like me. You're only working with me because of our mutual enemy. Cut the crap and tell me what you want to say. I'll listen. We seven deadly sins are unite, and you four archangels suddenly show up. You cannot tell me that it is a coincidence. You're not even fully healed, right? All four of you are wearing heavy armor to cover, right? Am I right? Said. Hmm. You already know. Then you're going to tell. Guess what we're gonna do? Why, may I ask? I'd like to stop you, but I'd like to respect your choices. Is it really the right time to? Yes. Well, I cannot force you to change your decision, but is there anything you want me to do on your behalf? Please don't tell anyone about this, especially. Got it. Thank you. So I don't know if I come back to this, but like if I do, it's probably because like so like in my mind I always focus on like Rudis and Elizabeth being like a friendship slash rivalry, so like he doesn't want to tell her this to make her like feel bad or some shit. I guess that's like what I went through with this route. So like scene four is like Arthur versus the four archangels, and then there's like the four evils too. Like they kind of get fucked. Wow, you're flying on purpose so you can be above me. You archangels are quite cocky, alright. How you say it? Is it Jinjin? Dinjin or something? I don't fucking know. Dinjin. What a joke. You know my partner over here is a master of wind. And then yeah, fucking Ernst like it's fucked. Dude, I can't believe like it's been this long and like Ernst still gets like fucked. I think this is before he gets like the chaos amp in the story, so that's probably make more sense. Your opponent is me. Aren't I? I don't care that you're embarrassing yourself, but you're embarrassing himself. You're embarrassing me. Your lack of manners disgusts me. I'm sorry. Pelgard, I want you to note down this battle. It'll be good spectacle. I don't know if this even makes sense as a sentence. An experience for all of you. A king asking his servant to record his loss. Such humility. And then like I think this is like they kind of make a storm, and it's like this is like really, really similar to like the dimension that Sario and Tarmio pulled in. He's like, so this is dimension. This is like this is like a reenact to the fucking like the it should be like like how like in the story there's like a I don't know who the fuck who like got orb, but like it was like Meliodas versus Ten Commandments, and then they kind of just like watch like Meliodas fucking die, except this is like the four commandments dying. I mean four archangels dying. Oh, okay, that's why I did that. Okay. Even I forgot about it. So yeah, she tried to like make Mile like delay, so like to make them like fight later. But no, Merlin, are they? Okay, yeah. It's like they kind of like die for like these 4 nights or some shit. Dude, I'm sorry, my mouse clicking is real loud. Oh no, are they? Yes, yes, they are. This is kind of similar to like Bond. Like Elizabeth in this case kind of like Bond because she cares about those people more than like anyone else. Like no one else in the Seven Deadly Sins, so like the Four Knights really give a shit about the Four Archangels. So that's like what I try to put a parallel towards. So that's kind of it. You should know that you cannot join a battle. They purposely settled the dimension so only people who wield the grace or those who can have the power to create it may enter or and escape it. I cannot watch them fade away from my eyes for the second time. You might not be fighting today, but they're all fighting for us, so we can fight on their behalf in the future. I mean, okay, that's a weird ass cut. Already sacrificing yourself this early, it won't do squat. Blinding light. Dude, I'm not even fucking scream that. Um, okay, that's like it's dude, this is a fucking flashbang. Now I remember what it is. It's a flashbang. Damn, sneaky trick. I think it says this in its mind. I don't think I put it. They look and realize a mission that occurred is not perfect as summer. Oh, okay. Okay, this is like the chaos thing, right? They have created it's not perfect. How me and Termio have mastered this attack for eons. So like this is like how they like certain Termio prepared like their combo attack and shit, but like Arthur Chaos kind of disrupts it. It's kind of it. And then like there's like some parts like um so like in this case Arthur is actually not bleeding. I'll read this first. So he knocks some of the chaos out of Arthur and now some of this some some of it it's this is such a bad sentencing. Holy shit. Some of it some of it is causing the dimension to have distorted patch. I mean, okay, so like Arthur and Chaos in my mind, they're like meld together. So like he actually doesn't bleed in this case. If you really want to harm, like if you make him bleed, it's a fucking illusion. Doesn't really matter because he can just heal all back. You have to knock the chaos out of him, and then when the chaos knocks out of him, it hits the dimension. That's how it creates the distort patch. I don't know if that makes sense. Dude, I'll be so happy or sad if like this is actually how chaos works. Arthur runs to a big patch of the distort patch and is, dude, this is really bad. And it's interrupted by Brutus holding a sword. Okay, so this is like him trying to get back his chaos, and then like Grusa just fucking stops him, looking for something, and then appeared use an arrow salvation. I don't know why it was. It's right because I think this attack is still really good. Harper blocks attack with his sword, and the impact causes him to back up. I mean, he kind of gets like pushed to the back. You're a pain in the ass. Blinding light, and then this time he closes his eyes. It's like this won't work twice on me. Okay, so like use a fake to use his light attack to block Miles. Okay, so this is like kind of like he kind of just like forced Arthur to close his eyes, and then he just lets Miles to set up. Like Miles just playing fucking BDD6 or something. I'll see a bunch of hot spear approaching him. Greater sun enhance endless combustion, and then like this is like a reference to this honestly. Feng Shui just this. It's nothing too special. Also, a sensor of wind water. That's fine. That's kind of cool. And then lightning. I mean, like he just kind of gets fucked. That's kind of it. Like they just keep going. Honestly, this scene could be really similar to like the Conan 600 billion paper bombs. Like they just keep going, and like the barrage stop as our angel getting exhausted. Arthur is now split into two, similar to the form of yin yang, like the good side of evil of Arthur. The elements opposing elements on each side. So like they just like this is obviously not true, right? Because like realistically, a battle between them, like they wouldn't fight fucking Arthur, but like they managed to like rip chaos kind of apart. Like they almost beat him in terms of like ripping chaos from him, and then like uh I guess it's like a fucking yin yang shit, and then there's like one half that's like here, the other part's like here. That's kind of it. He kind of gets like dismantled, but he's like fine because he's protected by chaos now. Tarbio, Mao now, and then they're like they basically like dude, how the fuck do I say this thing? I don't remember how I visualize it. I don't have like the thing to draw it, but like what really happens this it's kind of like you know Elizabeth does like the thing to save the Indira But like this time, imagine like Sora and Tormio helping Elizabeth get her renewed, but this time they put their hands behind like Miles' back, and then they kind of like funnel their grace through him, and then he just makes like this arrow of destruction. Pierce and dry arrow attack to make it offer or do. I mean, he just does that so like he couldn't dodge it, right? That's kind of the point. Look, willing to die in this attack, so I get caught by him. Let me kind of explain right here. So like, yeah, he's trying to like lock him down and get, so like they both die to it. The arrow lands explodes. Sorry, and Tarmio witness impacts and fades away. They give up the grace, and now Mile holds on to them. They kind of just use the water energy. That's kind of it. So like they're already dead. Mile sees the attack seemingly eliminate his brother and Arthur, looking depressed, but he knew this would happen. I mean, so like the point is like Mao launches the attack, Sora and Tarmio dies, or like they fade away, but honestly they die in the scenario. And then like he shoots the arrow, and then he expects that Rudiso and Arthur dies in the scenario, and he's like the only one that appears. Dark room. If that arrow landed just a bit sooner, I would have been in big trouble. Such a shame that we have to fight against each other. I would love to have all of you on Camelot. And then like, okay, so I actually think this is actually a really sick idea I had. So like in the dark room, it's like you just imagine a bunch of like dark like TVs, and then this one he also plays the scenarios of Miles' life, and then he does that to he does that to like uh he does that to make you think about decision, right? He's like he knows about like how your life is, and actually he doesn't really know it, but like Chaos does it, and then he kind of knows it to some extent. Like he kind of shakes like your past, not past life, but like your past events, and then you're just like, nah. So what's your decision, Mao? I will never, and then like Arthur fucking kills him. Arrow of elimination. Then like the impales Mao, muting his voice as Mao slowly fades away. Mao fucking dies right away. Does like Sorio, Tarmio, Mao dies, and Rudisil seemingly die in explosion, but Arthur lives. Now picks up the great sunshine, ocean, and tornado from him. Now, what do you think? I mean, so like the point of that is like they supposedly get caught in an explosion, but like Arthur kind of decides to save Rudisil, and then like he makes him watch like Sario Tormil dying, him using the arrow of elimination to impale his fucking younger brother. So like all of them are dead except for Rudisil and Arthur in this scenario. So Darko's voice are sad, even though the parts of states are watching the past as well. Yeah, it's like a unique version for everyone. So like the dark room is like a perfect to like gaslight people. And then he was like muting him and shit. And then he couldn't say anything until his brother died. So I've studied a lot about you. Your idea of stigma inspired me to alter my vision on Camelot. If you join me, I'll give you full autonomy and control. I'll bring back the other archangels. All of the goddess clan are allowed to live. You only need to not fight against me. That's all I ask from you. Okay, so like this is realistically wouldn't happen, but like the way I see it is that like Arthur and Rudiso, um, Arthur is more today Rudiso, but like no one keeps him check. That's how I see it. I mean, like in the past there was like Elizabeth to keep in check, but like at least on, I mean, people want to say Lancelot and shit, but like first of all, who fucking cares? I mean, second of all, Lancelot's not even on side, at least as of right now, right? So like the point is like there's no one to really keep Arthur in check that is on the same level as him. I mean, you cannot say the four evils. Like the four evils are straight up under him. Doesn't make sense. And I think um like Rudiso anti-demon is actually really similar to Arthur's like anti-non-human, so that's why I kind of put them together. Arthur holds it for Chris and put him in front of himself, saying that if he takes it, he will join Camelot. I mean, it's kind of like just like make a deal with the devil. Damn, that's the tactics I used in the past. So like, it's kind of like you did a great job studying me. That's like the shit he will pull. That's like I feel like this could be a cool battle. It's like a past versus present. Arthur snaps his finger, and the room lightens up. It shows her how all the happy moments that Rudiso hopes for. Even though Rudiso is aware that it is all fake and magic, he is still shocked that such a thing can exist. Using light against me? You're a cocky one. Light. And I mean, this is like his final attack. Rizzo uses light of grace to make the room brighter and limits the room. Instead of blinding Arthur, he is attracted by the light attack that has performed. Arthur attempts to grab Rudiso to finish him off and feel chills behind him. I remember using this attack to save you from demons, do you? I do. Arthur rushes as Merlin pivots in a perfect cue and teleports out of there. I mean, this is like okay, this battle actually like honestly better than I remember it. This is also a reference to like Arthur versus the four demons, but like this time he's like clearly winning. It's kind of it. And like she teleported to save him, and this time like she's teleporting someone to save them from Arthur. So like back to the past. Arthur versus the Merlin put Merlin, good timing. I was preparing to die, but I was not gonna let Arthur get the four graces. They can boost Camelot's military power by immeasurable amount. I did not teleport us out of there. Arthur did. Why you ask? I know as much as you. And I mean like, this is like he's like dying. Just so why? Because I knew you would have a reaction like that. Leonis, Britannia, and the world needs you. Go for it. Pass me the book. Oh, this is a fucking shit post for it. I remember this. Okay, so like this is because okay, maybe I talk about this something. If you need anything, I'll do anything to repay my sins. This is a reference to what he did, what he and the creator did to Mayo or Estorso or Mayo Estorso specifically. Well, if you say so. I want you to write a book about us, our techniques and attacks with and without grace. While it may not contain the strongest attack, we hope it can be used to help strengthen everyone that has a chance to read it. You're giving me something this valuable. Second, give me a copy. Third, observe a battle, Merlin. We could really use our analytical skills to record a battle. Fight against the Arbor, the four evils are problematic on their own. We should. Fourth, do not intervene. I cannot believe we're working together, Gopher. Well, we will work again in the future. I have fought through many battles in my life. This will not be my last one. And then, like, thank you, Gopher, come out present. So there are so there are two of these books, and then pull a quick one on its own. I mean, okay. I don't honestly that I could have removed one of these. Now I think of it. 5.1 can be removed. 5.2 can stay. A lot of you that asking Destiny for a meeting with me, Rita so, and you're showing up late. Well, I know you only do something if you can get something out of it. How about one, leave your book with our techniques and attack. Two, opportunity to watch us fight King Arthur. In return, only we are fighting against King Arthur. I mean, he kind of does that too. He kind of gaslight Gopher. That's kind of what he did. It's not. It's kind of pointless, honestly. I fight Arthur by herself. If I'm right, your bodies have not fully recovered, right? Well, we'll rather like to think that we're not fighting Arthur, but rather chaos. If we can knock some chaos out of him, our irregular's body may be able to absorb chaos. Interesting theory. What if I refuse? I'd have go for recording the battle and made an extra book for me, the one I'm holding on right now. Wow, you use your brother's trauma as leverage to get Gopher to help you? Devious. Okay, I know why I put this scene. It was for this one-liner joke. That's rich, coming from the person that who fulfilled the Supreme Demon and Demon King. Well, if you come back, let's have a competition of who can fool more people. I mean, okay, this is not a. I don't know if anyone's watching get this far. This is like they just have a friendly rivalry. That's it. This book contains our attack. We might be we may be washed up. Why did it take washed up? Holy shit! But we made sure to include our philosophy on how we create and just think about our attacks. I mean, okay, so this is like so like they're trying to use chaos against our firm. That's kind of it. It's nothing too special, huh? I mean, oh, okay. Oh, dude, this might be before chapter 128. Actually might be. I don't remember when was chapter 128, honestly. Actually, it might be a bit later, but like this happens. If this story happens, this is before 128. Thinking to myself, wow, a kid obtaining a magic that can keep me alive, matching it of the supreme deity. Okay, this does not make sense. I'm just making shit up. Sorry if it takes too much effort on you, but I'll try to make it quick. Udasu, you know if you hold on to the grace, you can keep your life. I know you may not like it, but we need your help. You're an invaluable teammate. When I was in the dark room, I see my life, and I cannot lie. Our first deal was pretty nice, but now that I'm dying, I feel accomplished. I have lived so long that life and death felt odd. I have seen many great bad people not getting the justice they deserve, but people who sacrifice themselves had a smile on their face. I always felt that they were foolish ones, but today I finally understand. I have done many wrongs in my life. If it wasn't for me, my brother would have lived a peaceful life. I made him bear my atrocity and responsibility because of me, and when he needed me the most, I wasn't there. So this is like him, like this is like him, like being really sad that like he kind of made us uh brother child war. Well, at least you were always trying to protect your brother. I abandoned my brother. Wait, the rumors were true? This is a slightly comedic, like Rudiso couldn't believe like oh, such an asshole to his brother. Anyways, Merlin, what did you see? You were not attacking Arthur, but chaos, and it is possible to remove chaos from Arthur. And then he smiled. Think about the next line. Thinking something like, if we have to absorb chaos to defeat Arthur, th- then are we really better? Oh, I'm not sure. And Rudiso is not a victory by any means. Elizabeth-sama, you're right, we're not much better. If we have to resort to do what Arthur is doing, maybe at least do it peacefully. You're fighting back. The current Arthur is me. I mean, this is just like using sword against Arthur. That's kind of it. It's like using his own weapons against him, and like victory by any means. The current Arthur is past me. Elizabeth-sama, you know me better than anyone else. Oh, it's and start repeating. And then, yeah, the future is in good hands. And then he fucking dies. Fucking dies. Holy shit, I did not remember I wrote this much. With this being the first member to join the group and the last one to die, the four archangels has finally come to an end. It was rumored that the location of his death had light shining out the windows. For the next 2 months, Leonis was filled with constant sunshine and beautiful weather. Even at night, the sun would never set. Many farmers feared their crops would die, but on the contrary, it was the most successful harvest season. Some villagers from Leonis even joked that it was even more ideal than Camelot. I asked my king, and he agreed, saying that the same thing happened in Camelot, but he did not have to use any magic to keep up the perfect world. Some rumors said that it was the four archangels watching over people, so they would live happy lives, but no one can confirm this. On another topic, my king built a grave for them, penalizing all citizens that do not respect it. I asked myself, what's the purpose? What is the purpose? Glorify them? There are enemies after all. Give a message that even powerful figures like them cannot defeat King Arthur? Show that even if they're enemies, King Arthur is still very honorable? I'm not sure. I was fortunate enough to witness the battle. While I am unsure why they decided to fight my king, their attacks were so graceful and it's for remember that they had a strong determination, and that is the thing I respect the most. Rest in peace, fucking angels. And then yeah, Pelgard wrote this by the way. I didn't write this. Um. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is okay. This is like pre 128. I confirmed this myself. I convinced myself by confirming myself. Holy shit. Himself in the front section. Also killed man in front of him to test road. Okay. The dad was almost convinced when he used the screw, so he made sure to give up chaos and target to retrieve the case. Because of that, you know how. Okay, I mean, okay, I forgot about this, but like, since he had to get chaos to defeat him, there's like, that's like why he was like, he almost joined his side. Because he would just become chaos, and chaos is Arthur, and Arthur is chaos, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, this is a redemption battle. That's kind of it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I wouldn't include Seldris, or even maybe Meliodas. Elizabeth and Four Angels would be pretty cool. Hmm. Yeah. Dude, Mel and Arthur could be pretty sick. Could be pretty sick, but I didn't do it. And you made it to the end. No, no thanks. Fuck you. If you made it to the end, go fuck yourself. Okay, bye.